Hey, good morning. How are you today? Interesting days every day, it appears now. But I wanted to talk about something I've been feeling quite a bit lately. It's a feeling of, the only way I can describe it is walking between two worlds. So there's the 3D world that's filled with money and doing and chasing and cleaning up traumas and dealing with our past and old stories, old beliefs, etc. And then there's a new world that's in my heart. It's in my soul that how to describe it? It's growing inside of me. It's a feeling of choosing to be present and completely in embodiment and completely, how to describe it? It's kind of like a cocooned feeling. It's not that I'm in a cocoon and I'm still metamorphosizing, maybe a little bit, but a lot of it is I'm feeling very different about the world. I see things in new clarity. I see underneath what was, and in a lot of ways I'm rewriting reality. I'm rewriting inside of me what is good, bad, not that there's really any bad, but in how I see things, of whether or not it's serving me, serving the world, serving others, etc. That's kind of the layers that I'm seeing now. It's not a bad, like, here it's all evil or whatever. All darkness has a purpose is my depth of understanding now. But I'm no longer doing. And so I wake up every day and I feel good and I meditate and I create a new reality. I feel it's being held back. It's being sectioned off a little bit right now while things are still cleaning themselves up. But I create, and then I step into the world each day and I see what's going on around me and I observe it, and I become aware of the purpose. I become aware of how, and I become aware that it's not about fighting it anymore. It's about seeing it for what it is and seeing how it serves some people, maybe serving me in a way I can't understand yet. But it's very hard to walk in because I don't believe in working for someone or jobs or chasing money anymore. I believe it comes in and it flows in as needed, and it's happening in ways that serve me. But at the same time, I have to interact with people that have to believe in that. I have to interact with bills. I have to interact with stuff that's going on in the world that's pressuring people, that's maybe cutting off my freedom, etc. But I'm observing it. I'm participating only in the fact that I'm there and accepting and allowing that it is and it's happening and that there's nothing I can do to change it in the moment. But also, Zana's saying, yes, and heart-led is important. Heart-led is the only key that gets me through every day. So from having all these things like jobs and stuff and trying to interact with other people and then having to pay bills and pay rent and participate with people, the only I get a tremendous amount of anxiety because I'm kind of sitting in between. I'm sitting in this no man's land. I can't explain it to anybody and say, hey, my money needs are being covered and God's got me and source has got me and universe has got me. And then still interact with family and other people that see it only in that 3D way, going to see a banking person or whatever. And it's like, oh, I want to see your financials for the last whatever. Well, my bills are getting paid and that's all you should have to worry about. So sitting with one leg in 3D reality, one leg in a more 5D or heart-led, as Zana said, environment is tricky. It's not something you can explain to just anyone. And the struggles of it are very different from the struggles of everybody else. Everybody else, you just invest yourself and use your body and get tired and get a job and chase the bills and chase the money and chase everything and just please everybody so that hopefully all your ends will get met and then you'll have some time for yourself. Where now I have tremendous amounts of time for myself, and it's about consciously stepping through everything that shows up, all the anxiety, the back pressure, the worldly pokes and pressures that come in. I now have to sit consciously with it. Why does it make my nervous system feel terrified? Why am I feeling uncomfortable? Why am I feeling I don't fit in? Why am I feeling all these things all come up each and every day? And there is so much hope, and there's so much faith, and there's so much trust that has to come with this place. And this is why I wanted to talk about it, because many of us are feeling it and they don't know how to describe it. They don't even realize it in a lot of ways, but it's happening for us to be free, to build a place of freedom for everyone, so that everyone can get to this place of not having to chase and have a job and please and be in service to people that just want to control and take power over us. So as these truths come out, as these awarenesses come out, as these new ways of being come out, we become the example for others. We talk about it. I'm talking about, okay, yeah, I don't live with the job, but somehow I'm working through all this. All the stuff that I need is showing up. It's not about we're smashed and crashed and broken, but no, it's about feeling out, cracking out of the shell of what we had to be, the smallness, the tightness, the pleasing, the whatever, and now consciously stepping into every day and sitting with this new palette of life and starting to speak about it, to build from it, to build the vibration of how to transition through it, so that I can share that with others. I can talk about it. I can teach. I can be a mentor, be a guide, be an example as needed. And in some way, shape, or form, all of humanity is going to have to transition through this. And some of us are leading in the front. And trust me, it's not a glory thing at all. It can be quite exhausting, quite confusing. It makes you cry sometimes. It makes you feel sad because you can't talk to anybody about it. You can't say, okay, why does this hurt so much, or why do I feel uncomfortable, or whatever. We got to build the communities. We got to build the places of people that are going through this, so that we can show the way. We can be a lighthouse. We can be an example. And that's what I feel my role is. And I'm doing what I can every day, and I'm pushing through all this kind of stuff. Some days are freaking exhausting. I may not work in the traditional way, but the inner work that I do, the anxiety I push through, the collective shames and guilts I look at every day are much more than a job. They're much more a labor of love for humanity, for myself, for my children, for everybody that listens to this, so that eventually we can all take that giant step without having to feel like we just killed ourselves or we're just giving up everything, and realize that this was the way things were meant to be. We're having to move through what's control, what's other things, so that now we can be the example of a better way, a softer way, a more ease and grace way. There's no glory in it. I don't want it to be seen as some egoic thing. No, it's just trotting through density and moving and loving and doing the best I can in every moment, because that's all I can ever do. And to be in my heart while I'm doing it, to be present while I'm doing it, to not sit and struggle and not be uncomfortable, that's magic. And I'm finding that way, and I'm sharing that way by having these discussions, of talking to people, of opening my heart and being vulnerable about what feels shitty and what feels uncomfortable and what's scary and all that kind of stuff, because it's true, it's happening. It's part of the role of awakening that we have to do. So I love you all. Thank you, Zana. Yes, we're doing it. It's just it's a thankless jobs for only those that are doing it. And I think a lot of people are unconsciously doing it. They're doing their best, and just keep going, keep shining, do your best, breathe, stay confident that you're doing the right thing, even though nobody understands you and everybody thinks you're crazy. But you're the leaders. You're the ones that are showing the way. You're the ones that are changing everything. And now's the time to just keep doing it. Stand in this, stand in being present, stand in not doing work, not chasing, not whatever, just stand in being, allowing a process to come through us, and feel confident and feel seen. I see you and you see me. We're doing this. It's messy and gritty, but by the time we're through it, it's going to be amazing. So I love you all. I wish you the grandest day and the grandest weekend, and thank for all the hearts and love from everyone, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. See you later. Love you all. Bye. Love you, Zana.